What's up, Assassination? It's your host, Kariza, aka Kariza the Assassin. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about things I would like to see happen in Spider-Man 2. Don't forget to drop a like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notification. Again, I'm on the road to 200 subscribers, so please subscribe. And also follow me on TikTok, link is in the description below. Now, in Spider-Man 1 and Miles Morales, there's things on the maps after you beat the game that you have to do to get 100% on the map. And because of that, you unlock costumes and everything like that. I would love in Spider-Man 2 if Miles and Peter had their own separate thing. The reason being is because when I got Spider-Man 1, I got it after like No Way Home first came out and everything. I kind of beat everything in like 2 weeks, maybe less than that. I 100% the regular story mode and all the DLCs and everything, and it's just like, I don't know, it can keep you longer on the game, and I think it'll just be cool. Now, when it comes to combat animations, I would love for there to be like multiple animations, especially when it comes to the black suit and Peter's regular suit. I think they should both have two different types of animation, but I think in general, I think it will have more flavor in the game if you was able to use two different types of animation or pick between two different types of animation for Peter and Miles. Now, I do love Spider-Man and Miles swinging inside their games, but after a while, it does get kind of boring doing the same animation. So I would love it if we were able to pick between different animation or press different buttons to do different animations while we're swinging, so it can bring like more flavor to it. And I know I keep saying flavor, but it's Spider-Man 2, so everything need to have seasoning and then some. I would definitely love the slingshot animation. I believe that type of animation was inside like the Amazing Spider-Man game. Speaking of the Amazing Spider-Man, I remember inside Amazing Spider-Man 2 when Andrew went after Electro, he did kind of like this tug-of-war type animation when he was swinging. I said animation even though it was live action, but that's besides the point. He did this type of like tug-of-war, like pulling himself with the web. I think that would be pretty cool. I know it's like a mod. If you play PC, you probably do it on a regular. And so I think something like that in Spider-Man 2 would be amazing. Now, another thing that I would definitely love to see in Spider-Man 2 is more criminal activities. For example, I would say like saving people from a fire, or you go into like a subway or sewers and fighting people from there, or even something like you see on the screen, finding somebody on a helicopter would be pretty cool. And I think something that'd be a little bit more of a step up when it comes to the criminal activities is be able to fight villains. Something like Rhino breaks out, so you have to go fight rhinos like a mini boss fight. I think that would be pretty cool because you'd be able to feel more like Spider-Man and fight his enemies outside of just the story. Because honestly, I think it would be pretty cool if I'm swinging around and then I get to alert that Rhino, Electro, or Vulture, even all three of them escape, and I have to go after them and fight them and then put them back in jail. I think that would be honestly cool. Now, the next thing that I'm speaking about might be something that would be cool for like a future DLC, but if it comes into like the main game, it would be pretty cool. Imagine you're able to change the style of New York. And what I mean by that is imagine you go into settings, right, and then just like a style for New York, and you're able to change it to look like an animated universe, kind of like Into the Spider-Verse, look like Spider-Noir's universe or something like that. I think that would be pretty cool. On top of that, be able to change the weather. Like I said, the change of style of the New York might not be something that would come, but I would definitely love the weather, because weather changing in Miles Morales, I think is pretty cool, and how you're able to change the snow for it to be in light, heavy, or it not being at all. Even change the Comcast, because the one thing about Spider-Man 1 that I really like was rain, and we're not able to change it to rain. So imagine if we're able to change it to any type of weather, rain, lightning, or even what's it called, what is it called, snow. I almost had a brain fart. Change it to snow or anything. I think that would be pretty cool. Now, something minor that I would really love to see is more destruction on the map. I think it would be pretty cool, especially knowing Spider-Man, because every time you fight somebody, windows get break. Windows get broken, you know, buildings get torn down and everything, and I think that'd be pretty cool. Now, I did mention how I would love to see villains break out and be like a criminal activity, but I also would love like a villain mode when you fight all of them all at once, or you know, one at a time, kind of like Jedi Fallen Order did. But at the same time, I also don't know how many villains are going to be inside the game. It could be 3 villains, it could be more, so it all depends on how many villains are inside the game, and there's enough for them to be like 4 or 5, maybe 6 rounds. I think that'd be pretty cool to see. Now, I did see how a lot of people said they would love to see more of New York on the map and have the map be bigger. And then a YouTuber named Blitzwinger, I think a lot of y'all know who he is. He made like a video talking about things he would like to see in Spider-Man 2 and everything, and one of them was about this, and I like the idea that he brought up was the ability to instead of it just expanding and being bigger, being able to go into things like something like going inside the subway, going more inside the sewers or something, going inside a building that's getting broken into, or going inside, I don't know, the Daily Planet or something like that, to where it's not essentially bigger, but it feels bigger. And I keep bringing up the sewers because I think it would just be pretty cool to fight underground, kind of like the I think the stable missions where you're going inside the sewers and you're going to do like the round things. I think something like that, but you're able to actually explore and walk around with things. I said would think will be pretty cool and pretty fun to play. Now I already think we're gonna be getting more or different type of enemies that we already had when it came to Spider-Man 1 and even Miles Morales. And I think it would be pretty cool to have more round things. And what I mean by that is kind of like the fists goons type of rounds, the prison breaks, and like the sable type of round thingies where you have like 4 or 5 rounds. I think that would be pretty cool to play, especially if there was more on the map. I think that would be pretty fun, especially if all the enemies in each different like round thingies were different from each other. I would definitely love a lot more different type of missions, like more stealth missions on the map, or more like you have to do shoot the web at something, or I don't know, just something more to just keep the game feeling fresh, and not even fresh, but keep the game feeling like more engaging, that you could be on it a lot longer. Now the last thing I would definitely love to see is definitely a survival mode. And you're probably asking, isn't the round things technically like that? Technically yes, but what I mean is like an actual survival mode where the more rounds it is, the more harder it gets, and progressively gets harder and harder, and just like you basically don't stop until you lose, and if you don't lose, then you just keep going on forever. But that's basically everything I would love to see in Spider-Man 2. Will half of these things come in? Probably not. It's just a wish list and everything. I might do like a suits video that I would love to see what type of suits I would love to see come in Spider-Man 2. But don't forget to drop a like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notification. Again, I'm on a road to 200 subscribers, so please subscribe. And until next time, Assassin out.
You never see it come down.